Hey, and welcome to my channel. It's time to do an update on the HRCYED. That is the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. I do have one update about that before we start. I found it. Oh, I just dropped my bookmark out. That's okay because I have another one in there, but I found it. And by I found it, I made my husband put it on my desk. And I said, "Where did you find this?" He doesn't even remember. He said, "I think it was stuck on top of one of the bookshelves in the living room." When I finish reading a book and I want him to read one, I usually put it on top of there so that when he goes in and organizes the books, he'll be like, what is this? So apparently it was sitting there. They've still gotten, well, you can't see exactly, but that's how far I am through this book. So that is my goal. The rest of the time that I'm physically reading, this is what I'm reading. Anyway, I will get my bookmark in a second, but that is my update number 1 about the HRCYED. I have found Stephanie's book. Okay, let me show you something else. I have not updated this at all since November when I read all of those new books in November. So we're not going to have stats this time. I mean, I'm not doing that kind of update anyway. I'm doing a HRCYED update, but I just wanted you to know that I'm not tracking books for December. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to be covering up the percentage. We got to finish one of these. One of these is completely done. You guys can go ahead and guess right now which one you think I completed. Actually, I'm sorry. 2 of these are completed. You can guess which ones and then see if you're right. We're going to start at the top. Okay, the A to Z challenge. Did I finish? No, but I did get an O book because Olivia Dade wrote the book all by my elf and I read it. So I still need I, Q, X, and Z. If we start getting close to July and I still haven't gotten those, I will specifically put books for that on there. Next, we have 3 or more blurbs on a book. I have read the book and I have read 2 blurbs. I still need to read one more blurb, which was going to be a Casey McQuiston book called One Last Stop. I have it. I own it on Chirp. Have I read it? No, I have not. I'll just pick it up one day and be like, let me just read this book and I'll do it, but I've not done it yet. Then we have the garage sale books. No, none of those. Next, we have 5 AuthorTuber books. I still have Tower of Dogs on the list to do, and I'm reading it in Q1 of the new year. So I will at least have that one that I can put on there. My book series that needs to have 4+ books in it has 7 books. I've still only read book 1. Nothing new to report. However, the next one is 5 books by 5 small booktubers. And I finished A Discovery of Witches, which was recommended to me by my friend Amy. And so that is completed. So if you guessed that, you were correct. I still need 2 more books written outside the US, UK, or Canada. And I'm in the middle of reading the ACE book right here. So I still need trans, questioning, and intersex, which I have options for all of those. I just haven't done them or started them yet. 5 lowest rated books. I own them physically. I bought them. If you missed that, I've not read them yet. Direct from the indie author. That's Q's book. Oh, right here. That's Q's book, which I will be working on. And then local author from the bookstore. I have that one. That one is ready to go. Then we have Spell Your Full Name. I got an O, and all I have left is an I, and I have not done it. Did I have an I book that could have counted? Yes, I did. Did I read it? No, I did not. So, yeah, that's it. I just need an I. 5 SPFBO non-finalists. I ordered those 5 books. I have them behind me. I just have to read them. The webcomic. I was supposed to read that in December. I mean, December is not quite over yet, but I have not read that either. Then we have new releases in the month it was released. So I do have Merry Ever After and Under Lock and Key is what I read for my November and December. So I'm staying on top of this. I already have these 3 books. If you saw that TBR game, you know I have picked Onyx Storm, Scythe and Sparrow, and The Rag Picker King as my new books for January, February, and March. So I will be reading those. And then we just have April, May, and June because I started July 1st. So, wow, this marks the halfway point. I didn't realize that. December is the halfway point of being done with this. My top 10 book, The Year I Was Born, I did read that. Finished 3 books in 24 hours. I haven't done that. Recipe in a book, I did the book. I have not made the recipe. I know I'm the worst. Genre challenge was already done. I finished that one before. Crowdfunded book, I'm going to be reading The Sunlit Man because I participated in that crowdfunding. I've already done the Rainbow Challenge. The other one that I finished was the classic and its adaptation. So I read King Lear and Dunbar, and I liked them both, actually. I was quite surprised by it, which means classic and its adaptation is done, and a book for every season. I am almost finished with the fall book, and technically I have 4 days left to finish it. So that is what I am working on for fall and the rest of the things. So a book for every season and the new releases every month. Those are going to take the longest to finish. But I'm happy with where we are. So up here at the top, you can see we still haven't gotten any bingos, but all of the green ones are finished. So a book for every season and a Kickstarter or Indiegogo book would give me a bingo if I did both of those. Or complete the A to Z challenge and read the local author. I would have a bingo this way. But we're going to black out the whole board. I'm not going for just a bingo. I need to black the whole thing out. So I actually don't think I have any requests for y'all this time. I usually ask you for suggestions because there's something I haven't finished or something I don't know what to read. But y'all have given me so many suggestions that I don't even need any this time. Here is the percentage reveal. 63.8%. I'm almost 64% of the way through. I'm definitely more than 50%, which is good because I am 50% of the way through time-wise. So that's it. I'm happy with what I have been able to do. I know there's probably a couple of other books. Like I know that I probably read 3 books in 24 hours, but I didn't time it and say, I'm starting now. Here's what I'm doing for the next 24 hours. So I want it to be official. So I'm probably going to shoot for that sometime in January, but I'm going to start doing these monthly updates around the middle of the month. It's the 17th right now when I'm filming this. So in January, it'll be about the middle of the month when I will come out with the next one, and we will just keep going. If you guys have any, that is what you can tell me. If you know of any other year-long things like this, or if you think I should just finish this in July and start over again, tweaking a few things, let me know. Also, I think Q has been talking about doing something over on her channel and her Discord. So maybe I'll just do whatever Q does. I mean, she did come up with the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. So maybe she'll come up with the next hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. That is going to do it for this little quick update video about my HRCYED experience. If you're doing this challenge, let me know what you completed. What was the last one that you completed? The last one for me was the 5 small booktubers because I read that after I read the classic and the adaptation. So that's my last one. So maybe leave me a hand, like a high five in hand or a waving hand, something with 5 things on it. Actually, anything that you can find down there in the emojis that has a 5, leave that in the comments for my 5 small booktubers. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.